Hey guys, welcome back to another 2024 presidential election prediction. Today's prediction is between Meghan Markle and her husband Prince Harry versus Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens. Now, to get the West Coast out of the way, I think it's going to be safe Democrat as usual, partially because even though both candidates for president, Markle and Shapiro, are from California, I believe that its Democratic leaning will not be interfered with by the residents of these two candidates. Ben Shapiro no longer lives in California. Markle, I'm not so sure about. I know she's spent time in Canada, in Britain, of course, but this is her native state. I don't think there'll be much campaigning here, as usual. And so, to get all the safe Republican states out of the way, yeah, basically the usual ones, the Mormon Belt, the Deep South. I think Missouri and Indiana are safe at this point, as is most of Nebraska. Getting the rest of the safe Democrat states out of the way. I think I'm going to put New Mexico, Colorado, and Virginia in that column. Whoops, definitely not Wisconsin. Basically the entire Northeast here. Maine at large, Maine District 1, South Carolina, as did Illinois, I forgot. I need to get better at this. So regardless, alright, so here's all the swing states. So here are all the swing states. I believe that Ohio will go to Shapiro and Owens by a likely margin, mainly because of how it's been trending recently. President Trump won it by almost 9 points this past election. Even though Ohio has a history of being a swing state, I think it is moving to the right, as is the rest of the Rust Belt. That is a likely state. As for Markle and Prince Harry, I think they will be able to hold on to Arizona by a tilt margin. Arizona's been more Democratic these past few years than it's been in years past. I don't think they're extremely ultra-liberal like what some moderate Arizonans might think. That's part of the reason why they put up Kirsten Sinema for Senate. Alaska will still be around a boring 10-point margin, likely for Shapiro. Nevada will remain inelastic as usual, tilt Democrat. Texas, I think Shapiro will win by a likely margin. He will outperform Trump here. Trump prominently lost in the suburbs, but Shapiro has a much more polished way of speaking. Isn't nearly as vulgar as President Trump, which definitely didn't help him in the suburbs, which is why I think Shapiro will also win Georgia by a lean margin. It's trending blue, but I think Shapiro will largely thrive in the suburbs. I think he will be able to out-debate Meghan Markle. North Carolina, I think, basically the same story as Georgia. Some of these voters who abandoned President Trump will come back to Ben Shapiro. He'll likely try to present himself as more of an alternative right, being more sensible on issues such as climate change than Republicans in years past. I think New Hampshire still will side with the rest of New England here for the most part. Very New England. As for the Rust Belt, I'm honestly going to have Shapiro carrying all of these states. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. I think he will be able to, I think he's an intelligent man. I think he'll be able to win these voters over with certain campaign promises, maybe cater more to their interest. Perhaps tap into what President Trump did right with these voters. Will heavily campaign here. I don't think Meghan Markle, like Hillary Clinton, will have a lot of appeal up here. They don't really like these women types for whatever reason. I think Iowa will be likely for Shapiro. That puts him near 270. I think Minnesota will be tilt Democrat. I think Meghan Markle and Prince Harry will still be able to hang on here. Maine District 2, I think, will be likely for Shapiro. Been read recently. President Trump won it both times. Nebraska District 2, I'm also going to put in the Shapiro column by a tilt margin. And that only leaves Florida, which will go to the Shapiro ticket. I'm calling it now. I think Ron DeSantis will back him. Both Ivy League educated lawyers. I think Ron DeSantis knows exactly what he's doing, and that's it. So Ben Shapiro becomes president of the United States. Candace Owens becomes vice president of the United States. Oh boy, this is bound to be interesting. And Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, they'll still have their pretty good gig back in England. She'll be Duchess of Suez, and he'll be Prince, so there's that. Alright, signing off. I'm going to start a new video.